Welcome back to the channel. It's like my window fell out. Kind of need to fix that. Alright, so not only did it fall out, it ripped. I'll figure out how to fix that. We need to do a little bit of cleaning. There's glue on it. There's a metal frame that goes around it first. I'm going to clean all the glue off. And then we got stuff to fix it, which it'll be 2 seconds for you. I'm going to spend about 20-30 minutes cleaning glue off. I just laid this thing on the floor. Use my little, gasket scraper. Got most of it off. Cleaned that as best as I could. Just gonna go with it. It's gonna have to be replaced regardless, but I need it to last a little while longer. I have another idea for that. I just need the window back in. So, when I took this out, it's kind of obvious, but I wrote TO top outside. It goes this way, outside of the car. So now I gotta get that back in there. I kept thinking, need some sort of clamp, something to hold it. Glue takes a long time to set up. Oh, I'm gonna show you that. Anyways, glue wise, I got 3M window weld. Should work fine. I don't know where I read it. I'm not gonna read this whole thing. It said something like 24, 48 hours to dry, so it's gonna take a while. Also, I almost forgot. This happens to you, and you just need to keep the water out. Tote lid. I'll show you. Nice, right? Anyway. I had to keep the water out of the car somehow. It was in the house, right? Right. Okay. Anyway, so I need to set you up on some sort of stand, and we got to try to get this frame back in here and glued in. I don't think it's going to go very good. Let's see. All right. So first things first, I'm gonna release the clamps, take some pressure out of it. Don't know if it'll help, but I know that thing is strung pretty tight. So go. Wedge something in the. Keep it a little more open. I have a feeling this is not going to be very fun, but trying to figure out a way to get this in there. You can buy a bunch of those like clamps, whatnot. I just went and got a pack of chip clips, maybe. Right? It was cheaper than buying 300, clamps. Man, afterwards we'll have a bunch of chip clips, right? I think I'm going to clip the bottom in first without glue and then glue the top. Definitely no expert here. Just some guy that needs his window fixed, right? And I wish these clips are a little stronger, but work with what we got. So the glue is gonna have to go on the bottom side of this metal. Smushed up in there, I guess. All right. I actually think I'm gonna go from the inside and squirt it on this material and then fold that up into it. I think I'll make less of a mess on everything else. All right. Now see if we can get this on this without making a huge mess. Shit on me. Sweet. Good enough-ish. Now, this bottom side. I'll be able to do that from outside the car. Now, piece of information. It's probably easier if you took the soft top off. But you're probably going to be like, man, I don't want to take that off. So, we're going to see if we can do it on it. I do believe it would be worse taking it off. But, I don't know. Never took soft top off. Put some pressure back on it so I know it's more likely going to be where it's supposed to be now. Now, all these finger things in the corner, those are kind of hard to seal up and get stuck. I'm going to do that when I put the window in. Glue that window in, it'll all come together. Right now I'm just making sure it's all kind of pushed up to that metal frame. I'm going to say, if you buy chip clips, 15's not enough. I'd buy a double pack, I'd do 30. That was like $8. But yeah, definitely. It's about 30 of them. I'm just gonna come out periodically and squeeze. I think it'll be fine regardless. Because once I glue the window to it. Now, anyway. So we've gotten that all dried and fixed. I'm to the point I need to take this off because when I glue it and stick it on there, I don't want it oozing out on the glass. I want to try to keep the glass clean. So we need to tape it off, obviously. Had a little accident. Don't worry about that. We're gonna just sit here and struggle to tape off a roll. Yeah. You can kind of see where the old glue was. I'm gonna follow that line. It looks like it pretty much follows the little black line that's already there. So, for the most part, I can just, if you go slow, you can kind of make this tape bend. Doesn't have to be perfect. This whole window thing is not going to be perfect, but this will still be better than a complete and utter mess. Oh, I wrinkled it up. There. And then like I was saying, these corners, I'm just gonna tape clean over them. Take a X-Acto knife, and I'm gonna kind of guess where that is. And I did not cut enough. So we'll go a little more. I'm kind of going off of like how deep this is and just guessing. All right. Oh, that's pretty close. Like I said, doesn't need to be perfect. We just need a window back in the car. So I'm going to tape the rest of this. Then we'll get back with you. I'm going to make some handles here on this glass. Because we're going to have to like sneak it in the hole, and then I need something to hold on to. So when you make a handle, you go put a little bit of tape on there, pull it over. And I got a little handle. I need two of those on there. It is really hard to do anything when you. Oh, I didn't really explain it. I gashed my hand open pretty bad. It's hard to do anything now. It also looks like it's starting to bleed out. Be fine. Oh god. If you ever need good tape, this Gorilla tape. Tell me. Not sponsored, but it's good stuff. I can't tell because I can't get it off the roll. Alright, another one here. If you've ever wondered how to get, like, so I gotta get some duct tape goo off over here. Hot water, like real hot, almost boiling water, will get duct tape off. In case you were wondering. All right, now we're down to, we need to put the sealant on here. Then I gotta sneak it in there without touching anything. It's gonna be a problem. Also, I'm gonna explain that real quick. If you ever have a caulking tube, so once you're done caulking, I wrapped it in plastic. You don't normally need to. Get a little bit out of there, right? There, get a little bit out of there. Lick your finger, dab it down on it. That kind of helps seal that up. Just, you know, save you on ruining a caulking tube. Now I might go a little excessive on this, but this is the one that's going to keep the water out of the inside of the car. Gluing that metal piece on has nothing to do with keeping water out of the car. Try to keep it somewhat consistent. You know, if it's your first time using a caulking tube, it's probably not going to be consistent. I'm having problems right now because my hand hurts. And this gun really sucks. It's got it stops oozing out when you stop on the trigger. I don't really like that because that hurts your consistency. I have pet peeves about caulking things. Like this one, it's great. Got a poker. Has absolutely no way to cut a caulking tube. Stupid. Anyways, I guess we gotta try to squeeze that in there. The non-fun part. I'm gonna end up making a mess. Oh god. Ow. My hand. Okay. Alright. I have a dilemma. I'm gonna have to go on the inside and push this out. Partially because my handles, it's just falling, and I don't have 3 hands to keep it level. So I'm gonna go on the inside. Yep. Okay. Right, we're gonna have to put you on a stand because I'm probably gonna have you tape some stuff. We can squeeze this in here. This is not gonna be fun. Oh my god. Yeah. Does that look like that's where it's supposed to be?
Yeah, it does to me. It's supposed to meet up the line up with the tape, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. You ready?
Yeah, cut a piece off.
Okay, here's the bottom.
Yeah. It's like it's on there. And it definitely ain't perfect. As it goes, um, like every 10 minutes, give or take, I'm gonna come out here and try to squish that together. Because it's pliable and then it starts to get stiffer and stiffer, and eventually it should, stay where I squeeze it to, right? So, but anyway, we're just gonna wait on that to dry. So it looks like we got it all done up. The tape was not where it needed to be. So I just took it off, went in there, did it by hand. Also used some paper towels, a little bit of brake clean to kind of clean it up and smooth it. This ain't gonna be a professional job. I'm not a professional, you know. You want a professional job, you probably should hire somebody, obviously. But you're gonna do it at home, that's probably what you're gonna get. Now, this is perfect for me. It looks great, works great, and it'll keep the water out of my car. Um, it fell out, ripped. It's getting old. You want it to look perfect. Go buy a new one, right? Right. That's good for me. So, um, you can kind of see, looks pretty good in spots. Some spots, like you can tell here, when I glued the underneath metal, it kind of stuck there. Good, not professional. You can also tell it's sitting crooked. This cloth goes up in here and attaches. About that much of it is not attached, but I need the window in there before I reattach that anyway. So that'll get reattached, put the way it is. I got some of the glue cleaned off. I'll get that cleaned off. Like I said, real hot water actually gets that off. A lot of the other stuff doesn't. Like brake clean, I was rubbing that with brake clean just to get the black window seal stuff off, and that duct tape wasn't coming off. Brake clean is what it is. It's obviously still dirty. I'll clean it once that stuff's cured. I don't know what. I'll let it cure and then clean the window. But anyway, hopefully it's helped somebody. You always just try to fix it. I've never done that before. Never, especially on the soft top. This is my first soft top. But I gotta keep the weather out. It's supposed to rain most of the week. I think Tuesday through Friday. It had to go in there. But anyways, keep rambling, whatnot. If you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll catch you in the next one.